Yo, what's up everyone? Kevin here. Today I'm up snowboarding in North Star, and in this video I want to share with you guys some tips for filming with the GoPro 11. I've been filming with GoPro now for over 10 years, so I want to share with you guys everything I've learned about how to set up the GoPro properly, the best accessories to use, and some tips for filming and editing as well. Let's start with my settings on the GoPro. If I'm filming someone else, I set the GoPro to 4K 60 linear plus. I find that at 4K, you get the best resolution, and linear plus does crop in the shot a little bit, but in terms of getting that real to life look, linear plus does the best job. For stabilization, I put on horizon lock, and for filming snowboarding, if you're riding and you're kind of riding through some difficult terrain, the GoPro will actually make the shot look very smooth and seamless with that horizon lock on. If I was filming someone else and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to capture everything in the frame, I might move it to wide, but when you put the camera into wide, you do get a bit of distortion around the edges. So linear is my favorite to shoot in. The other shooting mode I use is if I'm filming myself, so the camera turned around at the end of the pole, the settings I'll use will be 4K 60 at super view. So at super view, it gives you that really wide frame so that you can get your entire body from head to toe into the shot, and that's really important if you're filming yourself. The other time that I'll use super view is that if I have the camera strapped to my head, POV style, and super view is just great for capturing everything that's in front of you, from some of the sky all the way down to your snowboard. So those are a couple of the basic settings I have on the camera. In terms of accessories, I do have a Smatry pole. I find that this one is the best in terms of weight. It's super lightweight. It's fairly long as well. I think this one is 42 inches. So this is a very versatile pole for filming someone else or for filming yourself. And that super lightweight factor of it being carbon fiber makes it really easy to film with. So this pole I've had for about a year and it's doing a really good job. I also have a helmet strap. So if I'm doing that POV filming, I can just quickly put the GoPro on, strap it to my helmet, and get the shot. The other way you can do it is by sticking the GoPro to your helmet, but I don't quite trust that. And I also find it annoying if I change helmets or if the sticker comes off, then I can be kind of stuck and not be able to do the POV, where with the helmet strap, it's always with me and I can throw it on at any time. In terms of batteries with the GoPro, I have about 7 or 8 that I bring up with me every day. So for filming snowboarding and being in the cold, the batteries do tend to drain fairly quick. So I always have those 7 or 8. And I also, if I'm on the chairlift, will put the GoPro inside my jacket to keep it warm, because I find even if I have a fresh battery, if the GoPro gets too cold, then it'll die as well. So trying to keep everything warm when I'm not using it is important, and then having lots of extra as well. I also have the mod case for the GoPro 11, and this is pretty cool because you can attach different things to it. So out here snowboarding, I'll attach a wireless microphone. So if I want to do some audio as I'm riding, this really helps me to do that. So one end of the wireless microphone is connected to the mod, and the other one I wear on my chest. And it's a really cool way to capture some audio. Really gonna focus here. I'm bending my knees, hands over top of my board. Nice and balanced in the air. I'll also sometimes attach a shotgun mic to the top of the mod case, and this is great for capturing audio in windy situations. You can have the shotgun mic with the dead cat on it and really helps to block any wind noise. I've been using GoPros now for about 10 years, and there's definitely a few filming hacks that you can use that I think work really well. One is just getting lots of different angles. So throughout the day, I'm moving the GoPro from being on the stick to onto my helmet to having a friend film. And by getting lots of different angles, that can really help to improve your videos. And it can make it really entertaining for your audience, having all those different points of view. Another tip for filming is instead of trying to look through the screen when you're filming something, just plan it out ahead of time so that you can have it on a pole and just point at the thing that you want to film. So if I'm riding on my snowboard, I'll figure out ahead of time the distance between me and another rider so that I know I can get them into the frame. and it'll also just do a quick preview so that I know that if I point it at the rider's waist, then I know that person will be in the frame from the top of their head to the bottom of their snowboard. And by just setting it up like that ahead of time, you don't have to always look through the screen. You can just be riding, pointing it at your subject, and then getting everything in the frame. And I think that's the easiest and also safest way to do it as well, because then the filmer can actually concentrate on riding as well and not always having to be looking through the screen. A couple other little bonuses. Be careful with the door on the GoPro. It's very easy to pop off. So if you're in snowy conditions, just be careful this door doesn't pop off and you lose it. Also, if you can, pick up one of these white Enduro batteries. I haven't tested it yet, but they claim to last longer in the cold than the regular batteries. And then also, if you're filming in 4K, try to get a high-end micro SD card. So this one is a SanDisk Extreme Plus 128 gig. And with the proper memory card, it's also just gonna make your files look that much smoother and sharper. You may also want to change your GoPro settings based on the computer you have. So for me, my computer can handle editing 4K footage, but if you have an older computer, maybe just film in 1080. That will be much easier to edit and a format that your computer can handle. One thing I really don't like about GoPro, and I think they could improve on, is how it functions with the mod case. So I find that when I put the GoPro 11 into the mod case and start filming, quite often there'll be an error, like it'll freeze or it'll turn off for no reason. So I find that those bugs with the GoPro 11 and the mod case need to be worked out. I also find it very overly complicated to change a battery in the mod case. You have to take the whole thing apart and then put it all back together again. And I think that process should be more streamlined as well. But a few things that I love about the GoPro. One, I think the picture quality is just the absolute best. In terms of filming with such a small camera on the mountain, something that can hold up to all the elements, I mean, it just doesn't get any better than the GoPro in terms of quality. Also, I love how GoPro is just constantly trying to improve the camera, so adding higher frame rates, better stabilization, and I think those things really become evident when you're watching your footage back. And when I compare the 11 to my first videos with the GoPro 1, there's a huge difference. So that progression in quality is what keeps me coming back to GoPro. So I hope you found this video helpful for filming with the GoPro. If you have any questions or if there's something I missed, it'd be great to hear from you down in the comments. If you haven't yet, subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun out there filming, and I'll see you in the next video.